My dad blamed my baby sister for our mom's death, and now that she calls me daddy, I can see the regret eating him alive. Growing up, my parents made it crystal clear that I ruined their lives. Every time I messed up, they'd throw it in my face, how they gave up everything for me, and I still had the nerve to act ungrateful. I spent years desperately begging for scraps of their love, but eventually gave up and accepted we were just strangers sharing the same address. When I turned 16, Mom started trying to be nicer to me. Too little, too late. I didn't hate them anymore, but I felt absolutely nothing. Then at 18, Mom got pregnant again, and they basically forgot I existed. Finally, their chance to start fresh with a kid who wouldn't disappoint them. But life had other plans. Everything shattered when I was 19. Mom gave birth to Belle but died from complications during delivery. Dad completely lost it. He screamed at me for not being sad enough about Mom dying, but honestly, she was barely a mother to me, so what was I supposed to feel? The worst part? He blamed Belle, a helpless newborn, for killing his wife. Dad started drinking himself into oblivion and staying out all night. I came home from college one day to find Belle screaming in a filthy diaper, starving, because no one had fed or changed her all day. The smell hit me like a wall. She'd been like that for hours. I dropped out of school that week. Every time I begged Dad to step up, he'd get furious. You can always drop her off at a fire station if you don't like it, but I loved that little girl more than my own life. Despite the chaos around her, Belle was pure sunshine, always giggling, sleeping through the night, the sweetest kid imaginable. I got her into daycare, went back to school, and worked nights to support us both. I made sure my afternoons were always free for her. Belle knew Dad was her biological father, but she'd follow him around like a lost puppy desperate for attention. That ended the day he screamed at her for spilling juice. She became terrified of him instantly. That's when she started seeing me as her parent. At preschool, I discovered she was telling everyone I was her dad. Teachers would ask about her father, and she'd point to me with the biggest smile. Then came the moment that changed everything forever. Father's Day. Belle brought home a card she'd made in class. It was colored construction paper covered in crayon hearts and her tiny handprints. She walked right past Dad and handed it to me. "This is for you, because you're my daddy." My heart exploded. I knelt down to her level, voice shaking. "If you want to call me daddy, you can, forever." And she's called me daddy ever since. Dad eventually got a girlfriend who helped him quit drinking and find a better job. He started paying bills, but still treated Belle like she was invisible. Their only interaction was silent breakfasts, where Belle and I would chat while he sat there like a ghost. Then came Belle's 5th birthday. I planned this massive celebration, invited her entire preschool class, and decorated our house like a princess castle. Dad showed up because his girlfriend insisted, but he was looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. My surprise gift was an electric pink car. When Belle opened it, she screamed with pure joy and launched herself into my arms. "I love you, Daddy!" She said it loud enough for every parent to hear. After everyone left and Belle was asleep, Dad cornered me in the hallway, face red with rage. "Why is my daughter calling you Daddy?" I stared at him like he'd lost his mind. "Maybe because I'm the one who raised her? I bought everything she owns. I celebrated every milestone. I never abandoned her when she needed me most. You want to know why she calls me Daddy? Because I've been her dad." He just stood there in stunned silence and went to bed. Now he's trying to play father, and it's pathetic. He attempts conversations, brings her random toys, hovers awkwardly during our playtime. Belle is sweet enough to respond, but you can see how uncomfortable she is. He's a complete stranger trying to force his way into her life. She lights up like a Christmas tree when I walk in the room. With him, barely acknowledges he exists. Here's the part that might make me a terrible person. I don't want their relationship to improve. Belle is my daughter in every way that matters, and I'm her dad. I just graduated college, and I'm hunting for a better job so I can move us into our own place away from him. Maybe I'm wrong for enjoying watching him suffer, seeing the regret eating him alive every single day, but he made his choices for 5 years straight. Now he has to live with them. The man who blamed an innocent baby for his wife's death is learning what it really means to lose a daughter. He deserves every second of this pain.